Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to introduce you to Standard Manufacturer's Colt Woodsman. Is it the same? We're going to find out. If you've watched my channel for any period of time, you know good and well there is one pistol that I love more than any pistol in the world. That is a Colt Woodsman. This right here, this is Standard Manufacturing's replica of a 6-inch target Colt Woodsman. This particular Colt Woodsman you have seen many times on my channel back in the early days. I have probably put about 80,000 rounds through this handgun. It has been one of the most accurate, most reliable pistols I have ever shot in my life. You know, it goes to show you what John Moses Browning Designs would do. He designed the Colt Woodsman, and they have actually become a part of American history. But Standard Manufacturer tried their hand on a Series 2 6-inch Colt Woodsman. This one in my hand is a Series 3. The big difference between the Series 3 and the Series 2 is the Series 3 has the European style mag release and a wider trigger, and the Series 2, when in my hand, has the push button mag release and a little bit thinner trigger. But other than that, they're almost the exact pistol. We're going to do some more shooting here in just a minute. This is not my handgun. My neighbor actually called me and said, hey, I bought one of the new Standard Manufacturer Colt Woodsmans. Do you want to do a video with it? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm a Colt Woodsman connoisseur, and I have been shooting them probably for about 12 or 15 years. And I want to see if the gun holds true to the older Colt Woodsmans. And what I can tell you right now, it's pretty darn close. The only thing different that I can picture in my mind, or when I'm holding the gun, the grip, the texture, everything is almost identical. The trigger on this is probably about 1.5 pounds heavier than that of an original Colt Woodsman. The original Colt Woodsman breaks at about 2.5, 3 pounds. I think this breaks around 4 pounds or so. It's not a bad trigger by any means. There's no take up or any of that. The trigger breaks nice and clean. It's just a little bit heavier. Colt also, when they did their grips, they usually put a polyurethane or a shiny coating on it. So it's kind of thick, sort of like how Browning does the stocks on their rifles. This is just a matte finish. It looks really good, but the original, most of them were a high polish. So let me load a magazine. Let's do some more shooting. All right, every video I try to hit that 4-inch plate out at 100 yards. In my opinion, this gun is not as accurate, or I cannot shoot it as accurate as my other Colt Woodsmans, but the accuracy is there. I'm shooting just regular 36 grain Federal bulk ammunition. That's what I've always shot out of all my Colt Woodsmans. So let me see if I can hit that 4-inch plate at 100 yards. Oh, well, I did hit it on the second shot, so. This gun is not made to go fast. You can go fast with them. This is a precision pistol. You know, they just don't make target pistol or match pistols like this. This is considered a target model. Colt also made match pistols, but Colt made the Woodsmans from 1915 all the way to 1977, and they discontinued them. Now there's the Woodsmans, there's the match targets, there's the sports, there's the Huntsman, there's the Challenger. There's several different variations of this particular pistol, but with the high gloss finish and the walnut grips, it's usually a Colt Woodsman, and the 6-inch target is my favorite. I think they did a really good job of bringing back something that a lot of people wanted. Okay, you know, Colt brought back some of the old Diamondbacks and the snake guns a couple years ago, but Standard Manufacturing took it to liberty on themselves to bring back the Woodsman. And you do have your adjustable sights here for windage and elevation. Like I said, this is not my gun. I'm not touching his sights, so I'm having to figure this out as we go. I've put a couple hundred rounds through it, and it has been fairly reliable with every kind of ammunition that I have shot out of it. It does have, if you ever loaded an old Colt Woodsman magazine, it does have these sharp teeth right here, so those can jab your finger. But this is the problem that I kind of have with this handgun. The problem is this. I know it costs a lot of money to machine, to put a high blue polish on a firearm, walnut grips. A lot of this stuff was probably hand fitted like a 1911. But the price tag on it for $1,300, usually you can pick them up for about $1,100, but once you get shipping, background, transfer, so on and so forth, he said he has about $1,300 in his. You can go online or find other places and find old Colt Woodsmans that will actually go up in value more and more for probably about $800 to $900. So for $300 to $400 less, you can have an original Colt Woodsman instead of the replica. However, the replica is nice, and if you just love the feel and the grip of a Colt Woodsman, you can take this gun and shoot it a bunch and leave your other Colt Woodsmans in the safe and keep them as safe queens as I do. But other than that, the price point, I get it. I know it's expensive to machine these particular firearms and hand fit them. I get that, but in my opinion, if I had this gun or a 6-inch Colt Woodsman Match Target 2nd Series side by side, one was $900 and the other one was $1,100, I would go with the original, but that's just me. Let me load another magazine and we'll finish out the video. All right, let's end the video out with a little bit shooting. Now, in the beginning of the video, when I shot that clay out of the air with the Woodsman upside down, I was using my Woodsman. I wasn't using this guy, but I could probably do it with this guy. The trigger's just a little bit too stiff to fire with my pinky comfortably. I can do it, but it's not comfortable. There we go. She shoots well. Now, I love the Woodsman, and I'm glad that Standard Manufacturing came and revived the Colt Woodsman, who has been dead since 1977. Maybe in a little while, I may pick up one of these for my collection, just to say that I have the replica of a Colt Woodsman. But the make, the polish, the finish, the grips, everything, I think they hit a home run with this replica. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can put them in the comments below. Until next time, y'all be safe and keep blinking.